What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thank you so much for joining me today on this Saturday afternoon. So today we're going to be doing a very special stream. We're going to be looking at building watch lists, looking at how I scan for setups and pull setups up. And then I'm going to be talking about how to put some orders in the broker and just giving you guys as much education as I can on this Saturday morning, afternoon, I must say. Well, I guess it's morning for some people in the West Coast. So let's step into the war zone here, guys. Why don't you first, oops, that's myself talking. Why don't you first of all, let me know where you're tuning in from today. And let me go here and let's just retweet this that we are live so we can get some friends live now. Come for fresh swing picks right out the oven. So maybe that can entice some people to come and check us out today. So let me go ahead here, back here. All right, so we have ready to rock my 39th anniversary today. Awesome, brother. Welcome, welcome. There we go. So Sylvia from Miami, Banji from Maryland, Achille from DC, Carlos from Los Angeles, Barras, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher your name, so I'm just going to call you Bar, from Lufkin, Texas, Margie from Maui, amazing. Master Wu from California, Rami from Dubai, Richard from Maryland, and let's do one more. Chris from Denton, Texas. Awesome. All right, so let's do this. This is going to be a little bit intense, I maybe for some new traders. So let's start off right here with getting a pen and pad alert right away. Because you're going to have to take some notes. So pen and pad alert right now so we can take some notes and get started. So first and foremost here, you're going to want to go to this website here. This is a free website that I use, so finviz.com. And what you can do is you can go to this thing they call the heat map. All right. So this is all for free, guys. So I'm sharing you only free tools right now. Okay. So what I did is a long time ago, I went to Tradingview here and I created my own watch list that I called daily. So what I did was I went to FinViz and I added the market leaders so you could see by size. So the bigger the size of the name, that's how much of the share of the sector they have. So Microsoft has a huge share in the technology sector, etc. Apple and consumer and all that. Okay. So I took the biggest names in each sector and then I also added a few of my own picks like futures and the indexes and all that as I've been trading over the years. So this is the list that I came up with for myself. And this is the one that I use. So now when you're manually scanning, okay, this is what you have to do. So you have to start off with the time frame. Okay. So what I normally do is at the end of the week, obviously the weekly bar is going to close. So the first thing that I'll do is go through my list and look for weekly setups. Okay. Then the next thing we have here is the 2-week chart. So the 2-week chart is not going to close until the 11th of October. So that's when the new candle is going to start. So we can't take that because the chart this candle is still forming. So I go to the 3-week and then I notice, hey, the 3-week actually opens next week. So this candle is closed. So now I can also look for setups off of the 3-week, and then the monthly closed on September 30th. And I can also look for those setups on the monthly. So as an example, right, I'm going through this list right here. So I'm looking for either an inside bar or an outside bar or a fib play. And then I just put it into a specific list. So for example, like this AGO, I'll go ahead here and I'll click a color and I put it into one of those watch lists that I want. And then I get to be able to focus on my watch list. All right. So I do that for all of this. I'm not going to bore you guys with this because obviously it's, a little bit tedious. I'm just going to fast forward to the green list that I prepared, which is my monthly setups. So first of all, hit me with a 1 if you followed me through building that watch list. I know it was quick, but we don't need to keep it complicated. You go to FinViz, take the market leaders right here. Okay. Take the market leaders, throw them on your watch list, add a few more names that you like to play. Boom, Vic Patel right there with the $5 from from a brother from another mother, helping others conditionally. Thank you, brother. Yes, yes, yes. That's what we do. Thank you so much. All right. So you got that. You have your watch list in there. And then I already did my setups here. This is the monthly chart. Okay. So in the monthly chart, every candle represents 1 month. So I specifically actually use the scanner for this one. So the scanner I use is in Thinkorswim, but you could easily just go through the list like I showed you. Okay, for those of you guys that want to do it like that. So what I did here is I look for my Holy Grail setup that's forming. So I look for the Trading Wars Holy Grail setup that's forming. It's not closed yet, but it's forming still. So that's what I call a power play. So I'm looking for a Holy Grail power play on the monthly because I'm looking to try to take advantage of this price action as it's forming. So let's go to Facebook right here. So Facebook is probably one of my #1 plays for the swings and for the leaps. Okay, so the first thing is before we even get into the options or the shares, we have to identify the setup that we want to play. Okay, so right now we have the outside bar closed on September, and we had this little inside bar, which is just basically Friday's price action. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these horizontal lines. And guys, you know what? I don't say this enough, but I'm actually an affiliate with Tradingview, and you guys can get a discount code from using my stuff. I don't know why I don't say that enough. And Tradingview spoke with me, and they're going to do a giveaway under my name for the premium access, I think for like 1 year. They're going to give away a few of those, and I'm going to do a giveaway. So just remember to comment after the video, comment in the chat if you're interested in the giveaway, and I'll set something up. Okay, but here we go. So let's mark these lines. 384.33 is the high of the outside bar. So I'm just going to go here. I'm going to type this in 384.33 like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead again, and I'm going to pull this down right here, and I'm going to mark this low. Okay, so the low is 338.15. 338.15. So now I can go down to the daily chart to zoom in on this range. So we got a donation right here from the brother Jonathan Brassfield, $9.99. Rich, I'm super excited about the new SPY VIP room. Thanks for helping regular folks like me trade more profitably. Your strategies are on fire. Yeah, thank you so much, brother. I'm going to talk about the SPY room a little bit later. But yeah, you know, I'm trying my best to give out as much content. There's a lot of crap out there, and I just want to teach people how to protect their capital at the end of the day. All right. So thank you so much, brother. So now here is the range of that outside bar. You see this one? This is the high and this is the low. So now let's focus on this candle right here. Let me get the, where is it? I'm looking for the rectangle. Why? Okay, there we go. So here's the candle. This was Friday's candle, right? So notice this. Friday's candle came very close to breaking the monthly outside bar low, but it didn't. Okay, so that is a clue right there that there are some buyers defending that. So what we can do right here is with this range, guys, we can do exactly what we do for the day trades. We drill down. We drill down. Okay, so for those of you guys that are my day trade, those are the guys that follow the channel. What are the strategies we can use for the day trades from the drill down method? What are the strategies we can use? So comment in there quickly, and I'll show you. So yeah, so the same thing we do on the daily chart, guys. We go down to the 5-minute and we look for drill down entries. That's what I talk about in the book, the drill down. We can come up here on the monthly and try to drill down for a better entry as well. Okay, so we have the opening range breakout, we have fractal trades, we have fibs. Okay, so we could literally take the opening range breakout of this bar on Monday, next week. So If it breaks above the high, that's my trigger calls. If it breaks below the low, that's my trigger puts. So that would be the orb. And the reason we want to do that is because we know on the higher time frame, something is brewing. Because look, if you just look at the past, whenever we have these outside bars, like here's the Trading Wars Nirvana pattern on Facebook. You see that? That's a Nirvana, which is an inside outside. When we broke that, we had a big push, right? So we're expecting some kind of reaction to this outside bar. So now we can drill down right here. We can take a stab at it with a small risk and see if we can catch the bigger trend on the bigger picture, guys. And that's what I wrote about in my book called Time Frame Hacking. Okay. So hit me with a 2 if you're following me so far. Hit me with a 2 if you're following me so far. And then I'm going to show some of the Fibonacci behind this. So hit me with a 2 real quick, and then we're going to proceed. So what I'm going to do now, so we have the opening range breakout right there. Now, if we get some fractals, like let's say we come and we get an inside bar, then we can take the fractal trade. Or what we can do right now is we can just measure this range, okay? We can measure this range. Now we can play the Fibonacci's. We can play the Fibonacci. So let's say we push back up in here to the 50 and we have some rejection. We can look for the short, okay? Or if we come back, hold the 786, we can look for the long. So you can use the daily candles to see what's going on, or you can hit it with limit orders, okay? So that's the range, Fibonacci range power trades, all right? Or if we start breaking down, you can use these extensions for the reversal play. So we come back down here, we touch this 272. This could be an amazing area to buy the dip. Okay, or we come back up here, we rip through here. This could be an awesome opportunity to short the rip. See that, guys? So there's going to be a lot of opportunities. What you have to do, you have to come in here and risk small until you get it. You risk small, you try, okay, I'm going to try this. Okay, does it work? Okay, I'm making money. If it doesn't work, okay, I get stopped out. That's fine. Let me reassess. Do I get another pattern, inside bar? Do I get a fib? Do I get something else? Outside bar somewhere? I can take those. But the point is, we need a valid trade setup to enter the trade. We just don't enter the trade for the hell of it. Okay? And what is the most simplest way to actually enter this trade? Does anybody know? What is the most simplest way? So I'm testing you guys that have the book. I'm testing you guys today. I'm testing you. Did you do your readings today, guys? I'm testing you right now. It's a pop quiz. You didn't expect that on a Saturday morning. You're going to pull up on the YouTube and I'm going to drop a pop quiz. You did not expect that. But that's how we learn. So what is the simplest way to enter this? Somebody tell me. You don't have to even think about it to enter it this way. Trigger. There we go. So we can just trigger this, guys. So we can say, look, we break this low right here, short. If we break this high, long. Very simple. So that's the simplest one. Break the level, boom, break the level, boom. So now we go back here to the monthly. So we said we have the fib, we have the range, we have the triggers, we have the orb, we have the fractal, we have everything. So that's how you do it. And this is on a bigger picture. So because you're on a bigger picture, if you're going to do option contracts, you want to get at least a month out to let it play out. Because you have to remember, if your analysis starts on a higher time frame, you generally want to match that time frame because you're going to need that candle to play out. So each candle is going to take 1 month. So I would at least get 1 month out. All right. But that's how you can use, you understand what's going on in the higher time frame. You understand, like, hey, the higher time frame is really trapping people with the outside bar, inside bar, etc., the holy grail. And now I'm going to drill down and look for a good entry. Okay. So hit me with the 5 real quick. You're following along there. And then I'm just going to go through the rest of them. Hit me with the 5. You're following along. And just, you know what? Just ask me any questions right now. If you have any questions about the watch list, about the drill down, let me know. Okay, so the drill down, obviously, that's my new book, guys. But I'll try to help you as much as I can. So what are the questions that you guys have before we look at the other picks? Bullish swings are quite risky in this market's condition, though, because it looks like we're due for a pullback. Thoughts? No. I mean, there's none to be there's no, the only risk is the risk you put in. If you're risking $100, the worst thing that can happen is you lose $100. If you buy option contracts for $200, the worst thing that can happen is you lose $200. Just because the market is more volatile, it doesn't mean you're going to lose more money. You set your risk ahead of time. You put in what you're willing to lose. So that's what the whole thing about risk management is. If you're following risk management in any market environment, you can lose the same amount because you adjust your position size accordingly. Do you wait for the candle to close before taking a position? Generally, when I'm doing triggers, no. How are you looking for a good entry if you have it automated for trigger? Well, if I'm doing trigger, it's automated. And then at the end of the day, I can come and look at the chart when the market is closed, and then I can adjust my trigger. That's how you can refine your entries. How long you've been trading? 7 years. Swing trade, blah, blah, blah. Best method, setting trigger by market. Okay, I'll talk about the orders in a bit. How do you determine trigger levels for call/put buy alerts? The same way I just did right there. If the market is volatile, if it's choppy, etc., let's say you normally buy 10 shares of something. You got to buy 5 shares. It's that simple. You just cut your position size in half when the market is moving like crazy so you don't get hit hard. Okay, let's move on. So there, boom. So Facebook. So that's one. The next one I have right here, guys, is Uber. So I really like this one too. We've been kind of in this box, and at some point we got to resolve that box. And so I like Uber. Comcast, a nice one. Comcast not too far from all-time highs again. So if the market does decide to push green next week, some of these names that I'm showing you are going to be leading because they are still very bullish, right? Oracle, same thing, guys. We had some selling, but we're still pretty much up near all-time highs here, and we can definitely come back and rip through. Snap. And just remember, guys, for any of these picks, we can take both sides. We can take the long side or the short side. All right, we can take both. So there's Snap. That's a nice one too. I like the shotgun play. PayPal, I love this one also. American Express, Google. Google is great also. Estee Lauder, Lulu, ABBV, and Las Vegas Sands. So this one is trying to set up some type of triple bottom formation right here. So those are the ones that I am watching for those bigger, longer term plays. Okay, I'm watching those. And that is for my monthly. And then if I show you guys something else, this right here, guys, is for my 3 week. Okay, so I did this for a 3 week also. So look, Boeing, outside bar on the 3 week, Bank of America, outside bar on the 3 week, Chipotle Mexican Grill, outside bar, Costco, Chevron, Intel, JPM, Lowe, Merck, Procter & Gamble, and AGO. Is this one here? Okay, I don't think this one should be there. Anyways, so there we go. So that is a lot of picks. That's like 15, 20 picks that you guys have more than enough to trade for. Okay, so this one is, I really like Procter & Gamble here because we have the Nirvana setup right here. Nirvana is usually pretty powerful. So if we can get in the right way, definitely can have a big push here with Procter & Gamble. Also, a little bit depends on the market as well. How aggressive is the market going to be next week? Because the market could very well take a pause next week because it's been very volatile. All right. So there we go, guys. So I gave you a lot of picks there. I talked to you about the process. I really hope that you guys learned some there. Now I want to actually hit me with a 7 right now if you want to talk about how to enter the orders. Hit me with a 7. All right, let me take a sip of this coffee. So one thing that I got to do, guys, is I got to start doing push-ups in the stream. I got to start, like, anytime I say hit me with a 7, I should drop and do 7 push-ups because I'm starting to get out of shape, guys, because all I do here is I just stream on YouTube, post pics every single day. I need to start doing push-ups on the stream. And maybe if I do that, you guys will do push-ups with me too, so we can stay healthy. Okay. So I'm going to go to, one sec, let me pull this over here. Okay, good. So this is the October swing trading log that I started with the private members. Okay. So this is all of our picks for next week. And I'm sharing one with you guys for free, which is MU. Okay. I'm sharing this one with you for free. It's a hybrid play, meaning we have triggers on both sides. And I'm going to show you how I put this order in my broker. Okay. Like I'm going to show you the screenshots and stuff because I can't like just log in and all that here because, you know, all my information is going to be there. But so this one's for free for you guys. I love you guys. Okay. If you want the rest of them and you want to be a part of my swing room with my entries, exits, and stops, guys, then you got to come over to tradingwars.com. So right here, the stocks, day, and swing room, that's the one for my stock swings. Okay, $50 a month, guys. And I give all the entries, exits, and stops before the week, before Monday. So there's no guessing. Okay, you just hit that button right there. And then the SPY VIP room I just launched this weekend because everyone was asking me for it. And it's specifically focused on SPY only. And I think I hit a very fair price, guys. $39 a month. I think it's very, very fair. Daily SPY trading plans, fractal bot alerts, and weekly SPY swing trades right here, guys. So I already have it ready. SPY VIP is right here. I'm trying to be as fair as I can. I think it's very fair, guys. I know other channels that are charging $100 a month to show you a chart without an entry or exit, and then they're going to charge you another $50 for you to actually see the exit and entry. Okay? So I'm being fair. So let's continue. So MU is the one I'm going to share with you guys. So let me pull that one up right now. So here's MU on the weekly chart. We're going to zoom in. So we have SPY right here. Sorry, what am I saying? SPY. We have MU right here. We have an outside bar. Okay. So the first thing that I start off here is with a bracket on both sides like this. Okay. I start off with a wide stop loss, and then I try to tighten up my stop loss as I start to get to targets. So I have all the targets already here, partials first, exact, all targets are here. So as I start hitting the targets, I'm going to start tightening up the stop loss so that I don't let a winner become a loser. Okay. So what I did here, guys, is I just drew the Fibonacci on the candle, and then I just put my long entry and my short entry. I put both of them into the broker using good till cancel orders. So what does it mean? It means that the order is going to remain open until it is canceled. So for my long, this is my entry, 75.76. My stop loss is $73, and my profit level, like I just put a wide one at the beginning, and then as I hit the smaller targets, I start to trim out my position. Okay. So right here it says risk. I'm risking $500 for this trade. So if it breaks to the upside, I'm going to risk 500. If it breaks the downside, I'm going to risk 500. And obviously, guys, I don't know if this is going to be a winner. I don't know. But that's why I have all these different picks here, because I'm trying to get at least 1/3 of them to be winners. The rest of them could be break even, could be losers. That's okay. I'm trying to manage my money and walk away with a profit every single month. Okay. So let me just show you guys here what I do now. Okay. All right. So I'm pulling this over here. Okay. So what I'm doing here is this is an example of how I put my orders in. All right. So I actually do exactly what you're seeing here. For orders that are not options, if I'm doing shares, I actually put them in on the phone because it's just faster for me, because I've been used to trading with my phone for a while. But for options, I will go into the broker and do conditional orders, okay, which I'll briefly talk about. And there's a guide that you guys can find and you can read up on it, because it depends on your broker. Some brokers don't have it, but let me show you how to do the shares. So now MU, so this is what I'm doing. So let's say the long, so the entry is 75.76. I have to buy 181 shares. So I go in here, I say, look, buy. So I search MU, MU comes up here. I buy 181 shares with a stop limit. So this is what I do for interactive brokers. If you don't know what you're doing, if you have questions, call your broker and they're going to help you set up the order. That's their job. That's not my job. Okay. I don't want you guys to have wrong orders and lose money. So call the broker, but this is what I do for myself. Okay. So I'm going to put a stop limit on MU right here, entry 75.76. And what I do with a stop limit is I always add 3 pennies to my limit price. So my first order is going to be buy stop limit. Okay. 75.76 is my stop price and my limit price is 75.79. And the reason for that is in case they can't fill me at 75.76, they're going to fill me anywhere from 75.76 to 75.79. So I always leave a 3-cent spread just in case, but generally they can fill you at the price. Okay. For the stocks that I trade, I don't trade penny stocks and stuff. I trade liquid stocks, blue chips, etc. So I usually get filled, no problem. The stop price that I'm going to put in here is 73. So all I do right here is I attach a bracket order, and it's going to come with a stop loss and a limit. So the stop loss is the actual stop. So attach stop, and then the limit is going to be the target. Okay. So the stop is going to be here, 73. And then I put a wide target up front, like 84.03. That's 3R. And that's 3 times my money. And then I will adjust. I'll start to trim off the position as I hit the other targets in my spreadsheet. Okay. So that's what I do there. And then I start to tighten up the stop. So now all of these orders are good till cancel, meaning that they stay open until I cancel it. So I have to make sure if I'm doing both sides, once this one fills, okay, I can cancel the other one, or I could leave it open. That's fine too, because sometimes it'll trigger, stop out this side, and then come and break this side and then go down. So then in that case, I may be willing to take the trade. It depends on the price action. But generally, after one side triggers, I'm in the play, and I don't really play the other side just because it opens up this rabbit hole where you're like trading every direction and gets crazy. All right. So that's the actual orders there. And then if you're doing options, what you have to do is this. So you'll see right here, guys, what I did is I went 2 weeks. I went 1 week out. No, sorry, 2 weeks out, October 15. What I do, guys, is this. So my first target, so right around my first target and my partial, I look for strikes that are close to there with 2 weeks out because I'm on the weekly, and I just make sure they have decent volume. Okay. And then I take those and I do conditional orders. And that one depends on your broker, guys. So you got to call the broker and say, hey, I want to do conditional order. So what the conditional order means is when I break 75.74, buy the 77 calls at the market price. I always put the market price because I want to get filled. All right. And sometimes you're going to get a little bit of a bad price. Sometimes that happens, but I'm okay with that because I'm looking for these for about 2 weeks out. Right. And it's the same thing right here. Okay. All right. So there we go. So heat map, blah, blah, blah. We talked about this picks. Okay. Trading wars. We talked about this. And then for you guys that are thinking about the drill down, like what I've been talking about, it's right here. Okay. That's a drill down book that I wrote about all of that. I wrote about all of the strategies that I'm teaching you guys right now in detail. Okay. There we go. All of this right here for you guys, table of contents, etc. All right. So there we go, guys. There we go. So I try to jam pack as a lot of information as I can in this 30 minutes. I think it was pretty extensive. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Some of your picks for daily chart, do you still do tweet? No, daily chart is generally same week expiry. Okay. All right. All right, guys. So I don't want to take too much more of your time. I know some of you guys have questions. Save it for tomorrow for Sunday Stock Talk. Theta Warrior is going to be in the house tomorrow. We're going to break the walls down, guys. We're going to break the walls down tomorrow. It's going to be a nice stream. We're going to be learning a lot. I just want to say thank you again for sharing this time with me on a Saturday. And I hope you guys have a fun day. Do something for your loved ones. Go to dinner, go take a walk, do something nice. Do something nice, guys, because, I've been seeing a lot of things happening lately, and the people you love and stuff, man, don't take it for granted, because anything can happen tomorrow, man. Anything can happen. And all of this stuff, guys, all these charts, all of that, it's not as important as spending quality time with the people that you love. That's very, very important. Okay. So thank you. See you tomorrow. Appreciate you guys. Take care.